So something that I can show you that's actually very worrisome for me, as I'm a used car dealer trying to load up on cars right now. See this? All these empty spaces. We're right before the auction. There's no more cars that are coming into this auction. This is all we get. And for me to see a lot of empty space, oh no, look over there too. More empty spaces. This is not a good thing, because the fewer, oh, it's even worse down here. I'm just getting into the auction now. Look at this. Lots and lots of empty spaces. So what that tells me is that a lot of these franchise dealers, a lot of these cars that come here, they come from franchise dealers, they're new car trade-ins. If they're not selling vehicles on their lots, they're not getting trade-ins. Trade-ins can't make their way to auctions, so that means I can't buy them. And the problem is, we still have the same amount of dealers at this auction here today that are going to be bidding on the same, all these cars. So if we have fewer cars, then we have more demand for the fewer cars that we actually have here. So it makes prices, in at least the short term, go up. And when I say short term, for this auction today, it's going to be more expensive today because there's fewer cars to go around. And that's very worrisome. So I need these franchise dealers to actually sell some cars, get some trade-ins in these spots, makes my prices go down, and then prices can go down for the consumer, for you. And this is a car that I would absolutely usually look at to buy for our lot. It's a 2003 Honda Pilot. It's got 154,000 miles. Right up my alley. That's right. We would try to buy this for like $2,500, $3,000. Sell it for what, $3,500, $4,000, somewhere around there. But we have a problem with this one. This one's a repo. So before we even check this out, we got to look in. Yep. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what a repo looks like. Look at that filth. This is how the person was living before they lost this car. And why would you keep it clean? Why would you fix a ripped up seat if you know that you're not going to pay for it and you know that you're going to lose the car? This would be one that we would love to have, but with it being a repo, 9 times out of 10, they're usually trash. There's something mechanically wrong, seriously wrong with it, and big time problems that we do not want to have to deal with. So mark that off our list. So I've been burned quite a bit recently on European cars, but I am glutton for punishment here, and I love them. I love BMWs, Mercedes, Volvos. This is a 08 XC90, and we're gonna check it out. I don't like, the seat's not great. That's not past our point of no return though. One thing I will say is these seats often don't work, and it's very expensive to fix. This one does, but let's, should we check it out? If I check it out, I'm probably gonna buy it. All right, transmission's good, no clunks. Sounds really good. The heat definitely works. It's freaking hot in here. Yeah, here we go. So, no codes, no incompletes. This one will pass inspection. Windows work. I think we're gonna bid on it. Let's go.
All right, you're about to see something very interesting. I got a bid on this Volvo right here and this Jeep at the same time, 2 lanes.
All right, so I don't really like these, but I'm gonna check this one out just to see if it's something that can even fall into the realm of what we can buy. It's 2016, so it's a newer car than what I usually buy, and it's got 175,000 miles, so a lot of miles for this year, and that might be the saving grace of if we can actually get it for a halfway decent price, or at least a price that I can sell it for $5,000 and under. And you know what? I'm already not liking this. The buttons are all jacked up, holes in the seats. Let's see if it'll even crank. Oh, let's check it here. There we go. Put this in here. All right. It does crank. It does crank. Not check engine lights is on, but also the gas cap. The gas cap light's on, so sometimes that means that it just needs a gas cap, or it's got an evap leak, which is not a big deal, but I need to scan it and see. But we got 2 strikes already on this thing, just with it being a Jeep, and we're gonna have to fix something on it. But if I find something else wrong with this thing, then I'm out. But let's check it. All right, so I scanned this Jeep, and I was right. It actually is evap, and it's got 6 codes, but they're all evap codes. And it says fuel cap loose or off. You know what? Let's go check it. Let's see if it actually is a fuel cap. Sometimes the actual rings in the fuel cap can deteriorate, and that's the issue. Or sometimes dealers, it's not clicked, did you hear that? Sometimes also dealers will tamper with cars before the auction to make the check engine light come on, so they can potentially get something cheaper. So that actually makes me feel better about this Jeep, because that means somebody went so far as to mess with it because they wanted it. They want it for a cheaper price. So we're actually going to put this on our list. It's not my favorite. I don't like it. It's going to have to be cheap. I don't know, a 2016 Jeep though is something that we can probably sell for $5,000 on our lot. What do I want to pay for this? I don't want to pay more than $3,000 for this thing. Just to show you what I have to deal with on a daily basis going to these auctions. Myself, Alex is my mechanic who goes to these auctions. We go 3, 4 every single week. But as dealers get more desperate and as times get tougher, which in the car market, if you've been paying attention to, you know it's much more difficult in the car market right now than it was 6 months ago, than it was 12 months ago. What happens is all these dealers, they get so desperate that they'll come out here and they'll pull plugs, they'll cut sensor wires. They'll do stuff like what I just showed you in that Jeep, where they'll just loosen the gas cap. It's just going to make the check engine light come on, and most dealers know what's going on, and they'll check this out before the auction. They'll see the little gas cap light on, and they'll be like, okay, well, somebody messed with it. Whatever, I'm not going to worry about that issue. But it might take 1 or 2 dealers out of actual bidding on that car when it goes through, because they don't look at it before the auction, see it go through, they say, oh, check engine light's on, you know what, I'm not going to bid on it. And it's just, it's very shady how a lot of dealers operate at these auctions. We see it time and time and time again. And the worst is when they go in and they mess with sensors or like unplug coils to make the car actually run very, very, very rough while it's going through the auction. It looks and sounds like the motor's about to blow up when the car is going through. And all it is just they unplugged the wire to cylinder 3. Happens all the time, and we have to watch out for it. But it sucks that we have to actually take that into account when we're looking at these cars. If we crank up a car and it feels like the motor's about to fall out of the bottom of the car, it could just be that another dealer just came by right before me and just unplugged one little wire. And if I go and look under the hood and I see that wire's disconnected, I'm like, well, I know what's going on with this one. It's not actually a bad motor. It's somebody trying to get the car cheaper because they really, really want it. Sucks. Anyway, we're going to go in here and try to bid on this car.
All right, I got 500 right here. Right here. We're at 1,000, 11, 12. I think I'm at 1,300 bucks. He's got me 1,500. All right, he's got me at 1,500. Right here, yeah. All right, bid on the sheet. Yeah, they sold it over here. 1,300, okay, right over here. It's good that the auctioneers know me, so they know that they can look at me. Yeah. We're at 1,700 on the Jeep. 1,800 on the Jeep, 21 on the Jeep. I'm at 21 on the Jeep. All right, sold it, 21. I'm not sure what I bought that Volvo for, but I think it was like 1,200 bucks. Actually, I think it was more than that. I think I hit it at 15. I think I bought it at 1,500 bucks. Volvo, not sure. Chaos going on in here.
All right, so what you just saw actually happens quite a bit, where we have to bid on cars in 2 different lanes. This auction only has 2 lanes. I go to an auction that has 16 lanes. I go to an auction that has 5 lanes. So what we have to do is we have to basically get the auctioneer's attention when both cars are going through. So it makes it difficult if, now this was easy because the lanes are right beside each other. The auctioneers know me personally. They know what kind of cars I'm hitting on. So whenever a car that they think I'm going to buy, they actually look at me when they see my type of car coming through. But at bigger auctions, I have to grab the floor guy and say, hey, I'm going to be bidding on this car, but I'm going 3 lanes over. So I need you to tell me what it's going for so I know if I'm going to hit it or not. So just that little bit of chaos that you saw right there in that last shot with me bidding on 2 cars at once, that was nothing. That's easy. And I ended up buying both of those cars. I think I got the Volvo for like 1,500 bucks. I'm not sure. It's 14, 15, 16, somewhere around there. Sometimes you just don't know. You just raise your hand. Well, you buy it. It shows up at the lot, whatever. And the Jeep Now I can't remember. I think I did tell you what I paid for the Jeep, so we'll put it again right here. That's what I paid. That's what I paid for the Jeep. But I did end up buying both of them. So at least we are not leaving here empty-handed. But we don't know how much we paid for anything. So it could have been $1 million, and then now I'm broke. So I know there's a lot of you out there that think we buy junk cars and sell junk cars, but there's even a limit for us. This hood, way too bad for us, and this has got 290,000 miles. So there is a line that we won't cross when we're actually going to look at cars and buying cars for our car dealership. That's 250,000 miles. I don't even like it. And if it gets over 200,000 miles, the cars have to be really, really, really cheap. Because here's the thing, there's a psychological barrier. Even if the car is fantastic, there's a psychological barrier over that 200,000 mile mark. And I know what a lot of you are saying, well, there's probably a psychological barrier over 100,000 miles for a lot of you, but we're in a place that doesn't get any rust. So all of the components in the cars, the frames, we don't have to deal with any rust. There's no corrosion that's going to happen from salt being on the roads, from ice being around this area. So our frames in a car that's like 20 years old that has 200,000 miles, it can still look absolutely brand new. But I know if you're up in the Rust Belt, you get to 100, 150,000 miles, those cars are starting to deteriorate. No, and I couldn't have the type of business that I have in a lot of other places in the country other than exactly where we're at right now, because we don't have to deal with this rusting. We can have these cars that have 200, 250,000 miles, frames still look brand new, motor's still running well, and now we have to be very selective with the cars that we're buying that have that many miles on them. You saw that's a Prius, and Toyotas, they can last that long. They can go 300,000 miles. So I'm not scared of buying a Toyota that has 200,000 miles. Talking about a Jeep, we're talking about a Ford, things like that, GM products. When it gets 200,000 miles, I get very scared of them, and in a lot of cases, we'll try to steer as much, and it boils down to really that the cars that are American made that show up at auction, that the ones that get to 200,000 miles, there's something majorly wrong with them, so we end up not buying a lot of those with that many miles anyway. But the Toyotas, the Hondas, in a lot of cases like Mazdas, I mean, we see time and time again, a lot of these Asian cars can last a whole lot longer than a lot of these American cars. So we're not as scared of those with 200,000 miles. A Toyota Camry with 200,000 miles is, in my mind, the same thing as a lot of these Ford sedans. You think like a Ford Taurus, like a Ford Fusion, GM, you have your Malibus, you have your Impalas. A 200,000 mile Toyota Camry is, in my mind, the same thing as one of those vehicles that has 125,000 miles on them. So yes, we can buy these cars and have a lot of miles on them. We still try to pick and choose as best we can, buy the cars that we know are going to be reliable and last for a very long time. But that's about our cutoff, 250,000 miles. And really, I don't want to be approaching that in most cases unless it's absolutely dirt cheap. But we will buy cars usually between 150,000 to about 210, 220,000 is about everything that you're going to see on my car dealership that we're actually selling. Yeah, here we go. We don't see a lot of these pop up at auction. People don't sell them, and when they do sell them, dealerships want to keep them because they're very, I mean, highly sought after vehicle. I love them. I love these Siennas. This is a 2020. It's got 129,000 miles. Front of it looks fantastic. Side of it looks fantastic. I can't find, is that dirt? That's just dirt, yeah. Back of it's fantastic. It's a LE, so lower level trim, but I mean, the outside body is great. I'm surprised the dealership did not keep this for themselves.
Try to start at 15,500. No bids, no bids. Drop down to 15,000, no bids. All the way down to $10,000. We got one bid. All right, we got 10-1, 10-2, up to 10-3, 10-4.
Inside, they got seat covers. I'm not gonna pull the seat covers up, but inside, I mean, it's dirty. It's dirty. It's a minivan. It's going to be dirty. But look, I mean, the dash has been cleaned up really well. Yeah, this is nice. This is going to bring a lot of money. But this is one of the ones that surprises me that it makes it here because of how easy it is to sell these through the dealerships. Everybody's looking for Siennas. This one's a 2020, 129,000 miles. Going to bring a lot of money, I promise you.
It's rolling out, still bidding on it. Up to 11,000 already. 11-1, 11-2, 11-3, 11-4, 11-5, 11-6, 11-7, 11-8. It's long gone. Way out there. Still been on it. Up to 12-1, 12-2, 12-3, 12-4, 12-5, 12-6, 12-7. He's got bits from everywhere. Started out way too low. Up to 13-2, 13-3, 13-4, 13-5, 13-6, 13-7. He's got 3 different bidders. He's just going in a triangle. We got up to $14,000 now. 14-1, 14-2. I think he's only got 2 bidders now. Might be down to 1 now. Got 14,002. 14,002. Put it on a phone call. Put it on a phone call.